Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is algebraic expressions. So what are the algebraic expressions? Actually, an algebraic expression is an expression in which we are having some variables, some constants and some algebraic operations. For instance, we are having an expression 3x plus 2y plus 7. So in this expression we are having variables x and y. We are having some constant, that is constant is over here. A number is called the constant. In the values like x and y, these are having some values, but these are over here are called variables because they may have some different values. They may the value of x may be 1, the value of x may be 2, maybe 3 according to the statement. According to the given question, the value of y may also vary, so that's why it may be 3, 4, 5 or anything. So that's why they are called the variables. And the number over here which is along with the variable is called coefficients. So we are having a combination of some variables, some constants and some algebraic operations. Algebraic expressions like they may be plus, minus, multiply, division. These operations an algebraic expression may have. For instance, we are having an algebraic expression like 3x plus y minus 3. So this expression has variables x and y. So it has two variables. This expression has two variables x and y. And the constant term in it is minus 3. Minus 3 is the constant term. Students, we always count the number of terms after every plus or minus sign. For instance, in this expression 3x plus y minus 3, this is the first term. This is the second one. After plus or minus, we will count the next term. Minus, then this one, this is the third term. So total number of terms are 3 in this expression. For instance, if I am having an expression 2y plus 3x minus 3z minus 3. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 number of terms. After every plus or minus sign, I will count the term. If I am having 3xy plus 2yz, in this expression I am having only two terms because after the plus sign there is only one. Then after, if I put a plus sign over here and then I write 3xy again, so it will be the next term. So it will be the third one. So in this way we will count the number of terms. Now next thing in it which is important is the coefficient. What is the coefficient? Actually, coefficient is along with the variable. For instance, this is a variable 3x. So I will write 3x. X is the variable but 3 is the coefficient. So coefficient of x will be 3. The number which is on the left side of the variable is called the coefficient. So the coefficient of x is 3 and there is no number with y, it is only plus y. So but it is written no number over here, but we will consider it 1. So the coefficient of y will be 1, as I have written over here. The coefficient of y will be 1. In this way, this is the algebraic expression. It is having 3 number of terms. Its variables are 2, x and y. Its constant term is minus 3. Its total number of terms are 3. 2 are with variables and 1 is only constant. Coefficient of x will be 3 and coefficient of y will be 1. Now there are two types of algebraic expressions. First one is the linear expressions. So what is the linear expressions? The linear expression is an expression in which the index of the variable will always be 1. For instance, in the first one expression 2x plus 7, the index of this expression means the power of this variable is 1. It is not written. When it is not written, its power is only 1. So The power of x is 1, so it is the linear one. We will say it is linear. The linear expression having the power 1. For example, this one, 3a plus 2b plus 8. It is having 3 terms, 2 variables, and both the variables in each term, the power in each term, the index in each term should be 1. In this term the index is 1. In this term the index is 1. So this is the linear. So we will categorize it as linear. For instance, 1 by 3x minus 3y plus z. In the first term the index is 1. In the second term the index is 1. In the third term the index is 1. The index in each term must be 1 in the linear expression. So in each linear expression the index should be 1. Also in equations as well. If we are talking about the equations, the linear equation will have the index 1. If we are talking about the expressions, the linear expression will have the index 1. Next one, this one. The index in first term 1, the index in second term 1, the index in third term 1, and index in fourth term is 0. So this is also a linear expression. Next we will find out what are the non-linear expressions. The non-linear expressions are the expressions in which the index of the equation is more than 1. Either it is 3, either it is 4 or 5, whatever. We can see that in the first term the index is 2. In the second term index is 1. In the third term index is 0. Because x raised to power 0, you may say y raised to power 0. So there is no variable, so we will say the power of the variable is 0. So in this case we will say this is a non-linear expression. Sometimes because one of the term is having the index more than 1. Though the second term is having the power 1, but the first term is having the power 2. For instance, if we are having the expression 3x minus 7y square plus 2z cube. So in this expression, the index of the first one is 1, the index of the second one is 2, and the index of the third one is 3. So this is not 1. In every term it is not 1. So this is not linear. This is a non-linear one. Then it may be categorized in the equation of degree 2, equation of degree 3, equation of degree 4. They all are non-linear. So the linear is only that in which the index should be 1. In each term the index must be 1. So in this one we can see that all the equations, all of these equations which I have written over here, the index of each term is 1. Index this term and this term 1. Index of this term is 1. Index of this term 7 is 0. Index of 8 is 0. Index of this term is 1. This term is 1. The power in this term, the power of the variable, we always see the power of variable. The power of variable is 1. So we can clearly state that a linear expression is the expression in which the index of the algebraic index of the variable must be 1. That's it. Thank you.